welcome back to my channel. My name is Andy. I hope you're doing really well wherever or whenever in the world that you are. Welcome to another reading journal setup style video. Today I'm going to be setting up my March reading journal spreads. I want to quickly show you guys some of the materials I'm using. You'll see in a minute why I was using the washi tape. I was using a few Tombow dual brush pens from a green color palette. I'll make sure I list the numbers in the description box down below, my pen, and of course my handy dandy stamp pad. For this month, I was really inspired by a couple creators I saw over on Pinterest / on Instagram. I'll make sure I leave their information down below. I was really craving something kind of familiar and comfortable, especially because last month in February I went really out of my comfort zone, and I still have mixed feelings about its turnout. So I kind of went back to an art style that I really like and I enjoy and I love. And so I really leaned into line art and abstract color blocking. I decided to use the washi tape as a way to kind of outline the space I wanted to create my little art piece in. I really was craving those nice crisp edges. It's so satisfying when you pull the washi tape away. And yeah, I went with this style of creating these kind of varying geometric shapes. I tried to change up the size, the shape, the location, the direction, and I tried as best I could to evenly spread out the colors so there's a nice balanced mixture. And then over top these little blobs of color, I went for some pretty simple line art, shapes, curves, swirlies, flowers, etc. So I didn't sketch anything out for this. I really kind of just went with it. Yeah, I wanted to have a lot of freedom and flexibility and not stress about was I following my tracing lines or, yeah, I just wanted something a little more free. As I mentioned, I kind of combine these two different creators' styles into kind of one, and I combined it to suit my needs. But man, I really highly recommend this kind of style, especially if you're not artistically trained or artistically gifted, like, I'm not. So I like these kinds of loose, flexible, sketches and doodles because it's just a lot less pressure. Already you can kind of see I have a mixture of shapes and lines. I'm doing a little flower doodle in the corner here. Just a nice mixture. And again, I wasn't, paying too close attention of the size and shape of every leaf. If it wasn't perfect, I was kind of okay with it. I thought it added a lot of character. I decided for this spread not to do a 2-page cover page. I just ended up decorating this right side of the page. For now, I'm going to leave the left side blank. If inspiration strikes and I want to continue the doodle or do another piece or make it a quote page or add a calendar, I might in the future, but I didn't want to overwhelm the space, especially with kind of how busy this little doodle was or this little, portrait thing I got going on over here. I didn't want it to feel crowded and overwhelmed, so I leaned into the simplicity and kind of left that blank space as is. I had a little moment there where I was like, oh gosh, where am I gonna put March. I'd kind of forgotten that I wanted to label the month. I think you could also put it at like the top of this little portrait, or of course use the other side of the page. But I kind of wanted it all to live in the same space, so I just squeezed it in this little empty area. Oh, that is so satisfying. Look at how crisp the lines are. I know this hack is openly out in the air. I think I first saw it from Jessie Corinne, as she uses this little strategy, this hack, often when she's trying to create really, really straight, precise lines. But yeah, it's really nifty. On these pages, I decided just to do this little doodle design on the outside edges of each page. I know for my wine design, I kind of designed in the middle, but the crease was a little tricky to work with, so I took the opposite approach here. I think I'm gonna keep this quite simple. One side, as you'll see in a little bit, is going to be the list of my TBR, the books I'd like to get to in March. So when I pick from my TBR jar, those books will go on that left side, as well as any book club books or just anything that the mood reader in me is really gravitating towards or really drawn towards in that moment, in that month. And then the right side is going to be a list of the books I've read. I've noticed in the first 2 months a little bit of redundancy. So I think oh, there's Frances. Oh my goodness. I forgot that happened. As I was saying, to reduce some of the repetitiveness or the redundancy, I think I'm not going to rewrite books from my TBR that I end up reading because of the symbols that I use with my TBRs. Like I know which books that I got to and which ones I migrated and which ones I decided not to pick up. So I don't feel that I need to keep like rewriting it. It's just feeling a bit unproductive and I don't need to. So I'm just going to write on that books read list, books that I didn't indicate on my TBR, so that I can capture kind of those mood reads or series or whatever miscellaneous books I decide to pick up. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just adding these little doodles. I found this style so relaxing, especially some of the like flower or line arts that were very repetitive. I love just kind of doing the same motion over and over again. It was so soothing. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Sorry, I know some of this I'm a little bit out of frame. I was so into what I was doing, I kind of forgot I was filming at some parts. So I was really moving it all around town because, again, I kind of forgot I was doing it on camera. I was trying my best to center this title line a little bit. I love that the left side is so wonky and then the right side is so much more precise. Wait. It really depends the angle you have your hand and your wrist, how those lines come out, I've learned. Yeah, here I am setting up my kind of classic TBR style. I don't know if I'll actually put this many books on my TBR list, but I just wanted to use up the space. I think on the other side I'm just going to count or list them 1 through 5. So here's the final flip through for my March reading journal setup. I don't really need it to be more than this. I don't know. We'll see how I build this out as the month goes on. So thank you guys so much. Let me know in the comments down below what theme you're thinking of doing for your bullet journal reading journals for March. And I'll see you guys in the next one soon. Bye.